Right, a little update as promised. What am I doing? Right, I bought two little carts. One's here, it's like a bucket on wheels. It's actually got a roller on the bottom there. And I think you can fill it up with water or cement or something. Oh, remove. Oh, there you go. That's how you do it. To fill up and presumably with water. Don't know why. I suppose it makes it a bit more stable. We'll probably use it as a roller to some degree. I just thought it looked funny. It's a little chariot. So I also bought this thing. Never needed one, didn't ever think I'd need one, but actually I'm really keen on using this thing because there's some stones around the corner which are incredibly heavy, and they'll probably actually fit inside there before I split them into two. So the bolster and the hammer turned up the other day. I can show you. So that's for moving around a lot of the materials. We've never needed it before, but here, because it's so much bigger, you find you do a lot more steps here than we would normally. So I can quite easily do 23,000 steps a day, especially at the weekend, just because there's more space. Right, bear that in mind for carrying stuff. I'll show you why in a second. And I've got a roll of that weed suppressant stuff there. All this cardboard's to be disposed of. It's going. Oh, the Makita thing turned up, look, which is here. That big long thing. So we can go and attack the brambles, which are down here. Weed suppressant. So the weed suppressant is going around the other side and this way. I'm going to show you the stones first. So bear that in mind. I'll walk around. I think it's 20 bags turned up. I can't remember what day it is and what's been done. Oh, there's the empty, so I'm going for, yeah, I think 25 bags turned up, and there's however many left there, about 10. Another, I can't remember, 4 bags of sand have turned up, and one of them's gone already. This one's just started, and that's all obviously to be mixed with the cement to make a base for this, which is progressing nicely. Oh, it's gone quite dark. When it gets wet, it goes dark, and when it goes dry, it's really quite light. The grouting or jointing compound is turning up on Monday. There's about, God knows, I can't remember what I bought, about 6 like bucketfuls of the stuff, and it gets pushed in. Where am I going? I'm going over there. Yeah, so this has got good progress, look. We're going to have lots of these left over. Generally speaking, it's going to be lots of these square ones. But we have a plan, because 3 of these square ones, let me see if I can show you the size that is. Like 3 would be the same size as 1, 2, 3. So that is half that. It doesn't look half that, does it? Oh, I might be lying there. Let's go for 1, 2, 3. That width there. I'm not sure I can give you any scale there. But the idea is 1, 2, 3 would give us enough to go in perhaps like a small double door, so we could put steps, and that's for the buildings over there, which have not been ordered yet because they won't deliver to us yet because of COVID. So we're just waiting to see if they'll change their schedule. Why am I over here? See this stone? It's heavy. It's really heavy, and some of them I've split. I've just got the bolster out and a hammer and gone into them at the side, and they split open, so I've got like a flat area for a good reason. This one is too big at the moment, but I can put it in that trolley and move it around. So let's just go beyond this one a little bit more. Hopefully this will make sense in a minute. So 2 trailers down there which I could use, or I can use that trolley, because these are even bigger again, and I want to try and move some of these to there. If I can't use them over here, I'm going in a minute, they'll go here and we'll fill in this whole area, because this is going to be a pathway down the side here. So a bit more clearing to do down here. Got another 6 of these turning up in a couple of days. That's going to be a lean-to, so there's 6 for each. In fact, I think there might be 7 for it. They're a weird size, I remember that much. There'll be 2 of them projecting out from this building here. Or I might move the whole lean-to that I'm going to put here. I might put it right over there. So I'll go over there, and then some of this might make a bit more sense. So, oh, look at this. This was one of the reasons why we wanted this patio here, because at least we can control. I want to walk on it. Oh my gosh. So my instinct is to walk on there and walk across there, which is of course not what I should be doing, because that's still setting. So I've got to walk through this lot. When this was grass, which clearly it was all like that, because that's grass, if you weren't sure, the water would sit on top just as it's doing now. It would just pool, it wouldn't go anywhere. Which is partly why I wanted to get rid of all the turf here. Even like this, I'm quite happy that if we were to build this up with something, whatever it is, then the water can sit beneath it and it wouldn't affect us. So any runoff we get off of the that or perhaps even off the house, we shouldn't get any now because all the roof's been cleaned up there. So everything that does run off the roof and into the gutters should be going down the gutters, should be going down that drain, or the drain that's down there. Okay. Now what this is all about is we've had the roof cleaned, so this is the residuals just coming down now because it's had biocide applied to it, which they kind of like scrub in. It's like a light agitation, not too much agitation to damage the roof. Oh, can't even see the roof. So it's all lovely and clean. Oh, I don't know if that's visible. So it costs, generally speaking, it costs a lot of money. You have the roof cleaned, scrubbed all over. They clean everything. This along here was absolutely black all the way along because all the moss had fallen down into the gutter. It was overflowing because it's a square pipe, so it's not very conducive to allowing roundy shaped moss to roll down and sort of come down here. So it was clogging up there. Then any moss that would fall off the roof, and there was an awful lot, would get stuck in that guttering. And because it was blocked, it was just all being held up there. It would overflow. It was jet black. It was filthy. So the guys cleaned it all out. So it cost £700 for them to clean the roof, scrape off the whole roof, dispose of the moss, go around all the fascia boards and the soffits and clean them. What else? And then they went around all the windows and cleaned them and clearly cleared up behind themselves as well. Because I thought there's so much muck up there. It's horrible. And then finally they applied biocide, which you do on a dry day. And it's kind of, you just rub it in and it soaks in and kills any biological stuff that's up there. So it's like a non-invasive kind of cleaning process. Yeah, seemed like a lot of money, but actually I think it's worth it. I think we got quite a good deal. So the roof is now in good shape. Right, so the stones I've split, that I can split at the moment, so the big ones I'll move with the trolley, and what I can take from down by the bottom, they'll come up and they'll either be split or repurposed down there to build up the walkway you want to put in. So one way or another, a lot of this natural slate is coming this way. Now, I know I want to fill it with something. I don't really care what. I want it that we can walk out here and not sort of teeter on the edge of these two slabs here, not have to think about falling into this area. And clearly when it was horrible grass like that, it wasn't a pleasant sight. So now if we put in some, I found some gravel. We're going to be a little bit particular about it because we want it so that like maybe the cats can walk on it. I just can't decide if I'm going to put down all of these slabs that I'm splitting and bringing and making here. I don't know whether or not to draw like a defined path, maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Like, no, I really don't know. At the moment, we're just planning to get lots of this stone, and there's an awful lot up in the woods. There's a huge pile up there, and I've already selected a lot of flat stuff, so I might, oh, well, if the weather was nice, I'll go and get it, but we're supposed to be painting today indoors, which is why I'm outdoors. Right, only got a minute on this left, so I'm going to be quick. So, lots of stone to move around. Haven't done an awful lot to this. quick review out here. We've just taken some of these stones, as you can see, just peeled them back, and we've just sort of distributed them here, because this is where, roughly where the cones are, from here to here. At the moment, let's just keep it simple. Let's say about 9 meters there by about 4.8 meters, or 9 by 4.5. So that's going to be a carport there. All the timber for that is stacked up over there, apart from the roof. I haven't thought about a roof yet, because we'll make it up as we go along. So carport coming in. Now this bit's a little bit important. I've got some type 1 just been delivered. Now the Indian sandstone has been emptied and put down there. That's freed up this area. So we've got an area here for 4 meters by 3 meters. And this is the first type 1. So I need to tear this bag open, get the compactor, which is somewhere around the corner. That's working fine. And then compact this area here and probably put some what's called shuttering, which is wood that's over there. It's kind of about 4 inch by 1 inch, and you just sort of stand it up here. I've got some rebar due in the next couple of days, which is that sort of that metal about the same size as my finger in terms of width, and I'll make some lengths about 18 inches long, and I'll drive them into this surface like pins, and then you put the wood shuttering along them just to keep the wood in place. So what you're doing is creating a frame here, rectangular, 4 meters by 3 meters, maybe just a little bit bigger. Put the type 1, just cut the bag open, smooth it all out a bit with the rake, get the compactor, hammer it flat. So this was really loose here, and I just ran the compactor over it, and straight away it just makes it a lot more functional. So this here needs to be set up pretty soon, really, because the shed is actually being delivered on Wednesday. We kind of decided that from the door, whatever we do here, there will be a general path that comes this way and goes past this concrete slab, and it will actually go here. So we'll have quite a narrow path here, and we know there's going to be a building there and there, so we know the path needs to come across somehow, and then perhaps down there, that direction, and there'll be a building here about 5 meters long, and then a building further on down there 5 meters, and then a third building over there, which I want to make longer, and I want to try and cover that access to the woods. And the green pile there is going to be moved, because I'm thinking about putting the lean-to, which was right down there, the bits of roofing that are on the floor down there, and the timber, which is actually under there for it. I'm thinking of taking that whole lean-to down there and putting it over there, so I can just drive stuff like the dumper truck or the digger or stuff. We just got a roof that we can just drive stuff and leave it underneath. So the cars will be here. This whole thing, by the way, will be screened. So the back of the carport will be here, and the back of it is going to be screened, and perhaps even maybe like half of this side, half of that side. So none of this will be visible. And then we're going to continue the screening around this and put some sort of access into it. So this is all going to be hidden. We'll put the bins in here ultimately. So lots going on. What am I now? 13 minutes. Okay. So today, oh crikey, right, so I've nearly done a loop of the house. Don't like this. Can't stand it. It's horrible. It's noisy. Even with the cars, it's noisy. So I'm not sure what we're going to do at the moment. For now, I'm just going to level it for the carport area, and then have a think. Maybe we need to frame it and put something inside the carport area and do something different on the outside. We don't know yet. Makes me laugh. The last thing over here, there's the compactor. It's hiding under there. It's done well. I've used it quite a lot, so I'm pleased I bought the thing. Yeah, here you go. It's like 6.5 horsepower or something. I can't remember, about 70 kilograms. Why am I here? All right, yeah, okay. Last thing over here. So this whole patio here, our patio is matched on with the original. And then of course there's that drainage that I put in there, which comes down to here, which needs to go down, turns. So it goes down and turns under the ground there, and will eject out on the slope, just on the other side of that hedge. And over there, the drainage runs all the way along there, and it will go through that wall, and again, just eject out down in that direction, which is where the lean-to is going to be. Because down there, I can quite easily get down there, dig a massive hole, and stick some big rocks in it and make my own soak away, just to take the water. or I can redirect the water past the workshop or round the other side of the workshop down onto the driveway. So that's 3 exits. Got one here, which I'm going to do in a minute. I'm going to cut right through here and sink that 4-inch drainage pipe down there. I'm going to show you where the water's going. So there's 3 or 4 possible exits for the water. This is the first one. It's going to exit just here somewhere, and it will run down the slope. Naturally, when it rains, there's a natural path, and it actually goes right the way down there, and then it goes off down there, follows the road. So we don't get any problem with runoff onto other people's property, because I think it's planning probably won't like that, or building regs, I don't know, want them to. On this side, it's a little bit more precarious because the water goes along and you think it might go that way. Well, actually it doesn't. When you get right down there, it actually cuts across, joins into this side and goes off down the road. So I don't feel too bad, and you can send drainage water towards other people's properties as long as it doesn't do any damage, as long as it doesn't have like a negative impact. I'm just looking to see if the river down there is bubbling away nicely. It was really low the other day. I guess it's starting to come back up again. So there's a quick update, I think. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, patio nearly done. That'll be done in another couple of days. Get the grouting in, the jointing compound in. That's all good. Let's get the drainage in now for the runoff, because we've got a lot of rain coming, and we'll start ejecting water down this slope, and let's see what happens. I don't really care. I can't stand this slope here. Hate it. I'd get rid of this if I could. And in fact, I've got the digger down there at the moment, and I've started digging up the land because I want to take a lot of this slope away. I can't stand the thing. I mean, how do you cut the grass on it? Look at it. It's horrible. It'd be better off as like weed suppressant and rocks, and then grow rock garden type flowery things in it. I don't know. We looked at putting gabions in, stone gabions, to support it, but by the time you get down the bottom, it's about 4 meters high. It's quite a lot of gabions, and gabions need a lot of support. Right, there's a quick update. I'll do it something else later on after I've gone and dug a hole. I've got to go and find a spade. See you later. Bye.